2-3 advantage other places on the floor, but you can't go away from Okori.
Ryan Agarwal gets free off the inbound, and he missed from the corner. Stanford out of sorts on the offensive end. Boozer, drop off, and it falls off, and the leaner from Maliq Brown off the bench for Duke, and here is Okori across midcourt. Broken up by Duke. That's why Ibuka Okori can run and get it in the backcourt. Okori trying to drive and a foul out top, and the first on Caleb Foster.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you are being double teamed every time you touch the ball, sometimes it's better to just go into an ISO so that you don't bring that second defender. Very few people, as Dame Sarr is a fantastic on-ball defender. I still, if I'm Stanford, like that matchup for Okori, him turning the corner, getting into the paint.
Benny Gieler, 5 to shoot. Drives on Caden Boozer. Inside A.J. Rahosi. And Stanford is on the board. He breaks the seal for the Cardinals.
Great move there by Rahosi. Just a simple jump hook over the left shoulder, but the strong duck in made himself available for an offensive play that was really going nowhere.
Pass broken up by Benny Gieler, and a steal for the Cardinals. Okori looks to attack. Gets to the bucket.
Sarr getting that block there. It has been a tough start for Okori.
And Stanford with a turnover off the inbound. It's lost in the corner. And it goes over to Duke. That's already the 4th Stanford turnover in the first 4+ minutes.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a coach, that is what upsets you as much as anything. When you have a timeout, you draw up a play under out of bounds, sideline out of bounds, and you don't even get a shot up. Stanford really just needs to settle down, let the game come to them a little bit.
Isaiah Evans launching a 3.
Had his foot on the line for a 2, but that was just a case. His defender had his hands down. Just go right over the top of him.
First Duke points for someone not named Cameron Boozer. And the early 6-point lead for the Blue Devils. Aiden Cameron off the bench for the Cardinals. So is Cameron Grant, and he finds Cameron, deflected, stolen by Duke. Turnover number 5 for Stanford. Transition, Isaiah Evans missing a 3. Benny Gieler pulls it down. Stanford counters. Ibuka Okori in transition. Foul will get to the line. He's had 30 or more in 4 of the last 7 games. Coming off a Stanford freshman single-game record 36 in the win Wednesday against Carolina. Boozer backing in on A.J. Rahosi. And the pass underneath, and the lay-in, Maliq Brown. The versatility from Boozer on display.
That's what makes him great. He knows the double team is coming. He sees if it's coming high, low, and he has the patience to make that type of a drop-off pass. Not a lot of players in college basketball will do that.
Okori on a step back. Missed the 3, and the rebound grab, Maliq Brown, the Syracuse transfer for Duke. On the drive, the step through, the lay-in, Cameron Boozer.
He went through 3 defenders there. You know, the blow-by, and then the step through, and then the Euro step. I mean, just, you are seeing everything from him.
In and out on a 3 from Aiden Cameron, who's only made 3 threes all season. Step back in the corner, and a miss from Cameron Boozer, so he is human. And Stanford with the rebound. Pass deflected.
You just see Duke. You just see Duke. We talked to John Shire at practice yesterday. He talked about the importance of getting the ball out of his hands, and mission accomplished here in the first 7 minutes of this game. Okori, other than 2 plays in transition, he has not been able to be effective in the half court. Duke really selling out, getting the ball out of his hands, and the rest of the Duke players not making them pay.
Cameron Grant from deep. And the rebound, Cameron Boozer.
Now, you knock down a couple of those shots, and John Shire might change things up and do something differently, but as long as the other guys for Stanford continue to miss, this is what Okori is going to see all night.
And that was the recipe the other night. Yes, Abuka Okori went off against Carolina as Caden Boozer lost it out of bounds, a Duke turnover. But Jeremy Dent-Smith, Ryan Agarwal, other guys were stepping up, hitting shots. In fact, Agarwal and Dent-Smith each with 20 points.
Yeah, and career highs for both of those guys. And that obviously is always the question mark with a star player is what are you going to do when he has an off night? Where are you going to go?
Oscar Hielte lost it. Duke in transition. Pass inside to Boozer. Corner three on the way. Short from Nicholas Hamenya, the freshman from LA, but kept alive by Duke. Cameron Boozer.
We have seen it at times, but this might be the best defensive start to a game we've seen from Duke all year.
It's like the line from Fletch. Doesn't take Sherlock Holmes to figure that out. Even Larry Holmes could.
So you're saying I'm Larry Holmes in this example?
Patrick Gungba. Way on top, Maliq Brown for Duke. And the Blue Devils go inside to lay in Patrick Gungba's first points.
Just a clinic on both ends of the floor. The unselfish play at the offensive end, even with Boozer out of the game. Gungba getting the ball in the high-low, just looking effortless for the Blue Devils right now.
7 straight points for Duke. And Stanford just out of sorts, 1 of 9 from the floor. They missed all 4 threes. And with 7 turnovers, Abuka Okori, who is being hounded. Jeremy Dent-Smith drives, throws it up off the window, rattles out, and the rebound, Maliq Brown for Duke.
Well, that might have been the best look that they have had in their last 6 or 7 tries. It's been a struggle.
Corner three, way short from Nicholas Hamenya. Stanford might have gotten a finger on it. Benny Keeler cut off in the lane. Jeremy Dent-Smith fires. 3.
And that's what Stanford has to do. When you get a stop, you get out and run every single time. The length of Duke in the half court defensively, I think, is going to be a problem all night. When you can get in transition, suck 1 or 2 defenders into the paint and kick out for 3-pointers, that is great offense. Well done by the Cardinals.
Previous stops, Washington State, San Francisco, Columbia, and has the distinction of being the last, at least in the Pac-12 as we know it, the last Pac-12 Coach of the Year in 2024 at Wazoo. Cameron Grant lets fly. 3! That's what he's in there to do. Cameron Grant this year has taken 39 shots from the floor, 38 have been threes.
Well, really what I want to see from Duke is can they have this killer instinct to take a lead from 13 and push it to 20. So many times we've seen them get a 10-point lead and content to just kind of trade baskets. If this is a team that's going to be a front runner for a national championship, put teams away. Sarr takes it.
Getting anything he wants right now.
I think that the difference in this is Sarr misses the free throw is that Duke has the ability to throw everything at Okori and say, we are not going to let you handle the ball. We're not going to let you beat you. Stanford can't do that to Boozer. They can't just triple team him when he gets the basketball because Duke has so many other pieces that could beat you. But for Stanford, it's been a struggle for the other guys.
A.J. Rahosi has it taken away. 9th Stanford turnover, but Duke gives it right back. The pass behind Isaiah Evans.
Yeah, I mean, and that's an example of what I just said. I mean, Okori had a guy on him, a guy trailing him. There was nowhere for him to go. He gets it to a wide open Stanford teammate, and the ball stripped out of his hands for the 9th turnover. 9 turnovers in a game in which you only have 10 points. It is going to be a struggle until the other guys take care of the ball.
Jeremy Dent-Smith flies through for the offensive rebound. And here is Abuka Okori. Has just 2 points from the foul line so far.
And there's 2 guys on him. There's nowhere for him to go.
To step through and spins it in somehow, creating Abuka Okori.
And that was a breakdown there defensively. Okori had picked the ball up, so the second defender left and gave the opportunity for Okori to actually go one-on-one, but that was a tough shot. We've seen Okori do it so many times.
Tough step back, Cameron Boozer the miss. Ryan Agarwal clears for the Cardinals. Dent Smith from deep. Too strong on the three, and the rebound grab by Cameron Boozer. Again, already 5 rebounds.
We said this earlier, right? That Duke, once they get up 10, can they put teams away?
A 3 from Boozer is short, and Jeremy Dent Smith grabs the rebound for Stanford. Inside 6 minutes left in the half. Duke is led by as many as 14 points. Cameron Grant drives baseline. The lay-in missed it, the reverse. Only a second 2-point field goal attempt of the season.
Yeah. If I'm Duke, I'm getting Boozer on that low block. Stanford really hasn't had an answer. Turnover.
Racing ahead, Jeremy Dent Smith. Down the lane, A.J. Rahosi. Fouled and one.
Take their foot off the gas just a little bit. Offensively, I think they're settling for some shots. They're going away from some of their strengths. They know that they can get any shot that they want. But if they're not taking the shots around the post away, if I'm Coach Shire, I continue to go down low.
Rahosi, a 33% foul shooter, missing. The and one free throw, the ball stripped by Ryan Agarwal and picked up by Duke. Caleb Foster, the lob, and trying to finish at the rim, but Cameron Boozer grabs it, powers his way back up and in.
2 offensive rebounds. You give this team 3 tries. Very low probability they miss all 3 of them, and Boozer with another strong finish.
Back to a double-digit Duke lead and a step back. Abuka Okori, 3.
Just a matter of time before those shots start to fall for him. But again, defensively, that was a shot in the first 5 minutes. Duke would not allow Okori a little bit of a drop-off, and now he's getting one-on-one looks.
Stepping out for a 3. Cameron Boozer answers for the Blue Devils.
I mean, you just look at the shots that Boozer takes in this game. He is getting layups, offensive rebounds, shots right at the rim, or he's knocking them down from the perimeter. Such a difficult guard.
Already 16 for Boozer. Jeremy Dent Smith drives the lane and lays it in. First points, rather a second bucket for Jeremy Dent Smith.
And just spreading the defense out, getting a nice one-on-one dribble from the perimeter. And the shot for this game, 0 assists, 2 turnovers. The defense was at another level for Duke in the first 15 minutes of this half, but they have let up, and you're seeing some signs of life from the Cardinals.
And how about the last 2 halves? Cameron Boozer at 17 points, 10 rebounds in the second half in Berkeley on Wednesday. And he's got 16 and 6. As Aiden Cameron stepped on the baseline. Stanford with 10 turnovers now. They average under 11 per game. 8-point Duke lead. They have a lot of dignitaries here. That's Golden State Warriors owner Joe Lacob sitting courtside.
He was just at Cal the other day, wasn't he?
He was. No, he was here actually on Wednesday night. He was watching the Carolina game here at Maples. Joe Lacob, a frequent visitor to Maples Pavilion. Dame Sarr missing from deep, and the rebound flying in for the offensive rebound was Maliq. 1 for Maliq Brown, only a 58% foul shooter. And Abuka Okori claims the miss. Stanford so uncomfortable offensively, and Duke is the reason why. Now Kyle Smith is spacing the floor with 4 shooters surrounding Aiden Cameron. Okori trying to drive on Dame Sarr. Cameron Grant Lines it up for the corner. In and out on the three, and Dame Sarr, the rebound for Duke.
Yeah, that is a great look. And again, we talked about when you run that pick and roll, normally it gets the point guard open. But when teams are doubling, now you're just bringing the extra defender. So Kyle Smith going to an isolation.
Follow slam, Cameron Boozer.
Maliq Brown just missed the layup right at the rim, but Boozer never gives up on a play. Another offensive rebound, and two of the easiest points Boozer has had all night.
35 points, 17 rebounds in his last two halves of basketball.
I mean, it really is impressive. He doesn't take a play off. And another missed shot on a good look for Stanford.
And Boozer has scored the last 6. And an illegal screen out top. Duke with an offensive foul. And it's on Dame Sarr, his first.
Look at Brown with the easy layup, misses. Boozer comes in with the slam. It is going to be a long night for Stanford. You want to win basketball games, keep your opponent off of the offensive glass and don't turn the basketball over. Two areas where the Cardinals have struggled mightily tonight. And quite honestly, considering the way they struggled in those two areas, surprising they're only down 10.
Jeremy Dent-Smith, the floater. And the rebound, another one grabbed by Cameron Boozer.
And these are just shots that have fallen for Stanford.
They were falling against Carolina on Wednesday.
Yep.
Caden Boozer off the window, and the first points for Caden Boozer. Duke is up 12. Dent-Smith gets inside. Aiden Cameron had it knocked away. And Cameron Boozer forcing a turnover. That's the 11th.
11 turnover. That's unbelievable. You said they average 11 on
they average
per
10.9
game
a game
on the season. They've got it with a minute to go in the first half.
Isaiah Evans falling down.
And that's a great finish by Evans. We've seen him do it all season long. But
For Stanford football.
I was a huge Colts fan playing for the Pacers, and that day he retired was a sad day for the entire city. Shocking news.
Trying to get Stanford football back on track.
And defensively, not much of a defensive presence by the Cardinal.
And just to finish the story on Rahosi, he left Washington State, went to Division III. Claremont Mudd Scripps College is Rahosi on the offensive glass, and back in by A.J. Rahosi. Last year was a second-team Division III All-American and a first-team academic All-American, and then transferring to play for Kyle Smith again, the grad transfer to Stanford.
Well, I think that's something that you never heard of 10, 20 years ago. A D2, D3 guy moving up to D1.
Backdoor the lay-in, Caden Boozer for Duke.
And you're seeing that more, you know, where everyone is starting wherever they can get an opportunity to play, and everyone is now recruiting the lower levels, and I think you're going to continue to see more of it.
Ryan Agarwal fires. 3. First points for Agarwal coming off that career-high 20 against North Carolina, where he made 6 threes against the Tar Heels. Caden Boozer drives, off balance, blocked by Abuko Okori, and then
a score, strong, physical, you know, a little bit different body type for Cam Boozer. A little longer.
Abuko Okori finds an open Cameron Grant, missed a 3, and a foul going for the rebound on Duke. And it's on Nicholas Hamenia.
You talk about Boozer, you know, I feel like we've been hearing about this guy for 3 years. You know, everything on the prep level, the hype about where he would end up going to school. And it's, you know, it's not often that players with that type of hype meet it. And I think in a lot of ways he's exceeded it. 58% from the field on the season. That's remarkable with the defensive presence he faces every night.
Okori gets free. Too strong on the 3. And there is another rebound. Cameron Boozer grabs his 13th.
Yeah, when we watched Boozer in practice yesterday, it was just impressive to see your best player leading all the drills, right? Having that type of energy that carries over. It's clearly a great practice leading up to this game, and I think what you see from Boozer in the games, he doesn't just turn it on. He he does it in practice as well.
Out of the double team, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Stanford. 4.8 on the timer for Duke. Yeah, it makes it easier for Jon Scheyer and the staff when your best player is among your hardest workers.
Yeah, it is hard to win at any level when your best player doesn't bring it in practice, doesn't set that tone. You don't have that level of accountability, and that is a big reason why this team is as good as they are.
Lob off the inbound at the rim. Maliq Brown with the bucket.
Just too easy. The weak side for Stanford has got to be in the paint on that. It's a hard pass to make to the opposite side baseline. Have the defender down low, not allowing that lob.
Buko Corey. And a reach-in foul. That's the third on Caleb Foster. No, they're not calling it on Foster. It's on Maliq Brown, his second.
And again, Dame Sarr is on the sideline right now, but that length at 6'8" has been so hard for Okori to get around him. Now he has the smaller defender in Caleb Foster, so he's making a little bit of a point of emphasis to get around him more and get into the paint with the smaller defender on him.
And the foul on the perimeter, the second on Nicholas Hamenia.
We talked to Jon Scheyer about Hamenia, you know, that he really likes his game. Things have been a little bit up and down for him in terms of making his shots, but really thinks he could be a player for him down the stretch that plays a bigger role as he continues to get more comfortable in his freshman year.
McDonald's All-American, freshman from Harvard-Westlake down in Southern California. As Ryan Agarwal off balance, A.J. Rahosi fouled on the offensive glass. Duke has matched their largest lead. It's crazy. Stanford's made 5 of their last 7 shots from the floor, yet they can't gain any traction.
It's just been one of those nights. Duke has an answer for everything. Another forced turnover. Dent Smith with the careless pass. And this was, I think, what everyone is kind of waiting to see with Duke, right? I mean, listen, they only have 1 loss in the season. They are flying high. But could they play at this level defensively for 40 minutes? And they have done that. And I think that will be a storyline on how good this team can be.
And the lay-in by Maliq Brown. You know, Jon Scheyer's been searching for a complete 40-minute game.
Yeah, especially on the defensive end.
And this is as good as they've played at that end of the floor. Aiden Kamen slides in, missed the layup, but he's fouled. ESPN. One more for Boozer here. And he missed. That's the only thing that hasn't worked for him in this one. Foul shooting.
That would have given him 30 if he made both of those. Something tells me he's going to get it.
Way to put yourself out there. Okori, and that 3 challenge. Great defense by Dame Sarr.
Again, that's 6'8" length. Okori at 6'2". He's going to have quickness over a lot of guys, but the length of Sarr, he can space Okori a little bit and still contest the shot.
But the first visit for Duke to Maples Pavilion, the 5th all-time meeting. They played last year at Cameron Indoor, and Duke trounced Stanford. Jeremy Dent Smith missing from the corner, and the rebound Caden Boozer for Duke. Last year in that game, Duke shot 63%, made 14 threes, 106-70 as Tyrese Proctor led 5 Blue Devils in double digits with 23. Cooper Flagg, by the way, at 19. Not as high scoring, but just as dominant Duke here for Cameron Boozer.
7 at the offensive end. I mean, that was another storyline that's gone a little bit under the radar, is Duke just dominating the boards.
Another Stanford turnover. That's 17. Duke went on that run over in Berkeley late in the first half on Wednesday. 13-0 run. They trailed for a good chunk of that first half. As the step back rattles in for Isaiah Evans. And then in the second half, they just stepped up the defense. They held Cal to just 26 points, the lowest in a half for Cal this year. And also they held the Golden Bears to just 56 points for the game, which is the lowest they've scored. And that defensive effort continuing here on the farm this afternoon.
I mean, with 4 minutes left to go in the game, Stanford still doesn't have half as many points as they did in their last game against Carolina, where they scored 95. So,
and they averaged 17 Cardinal turnovers, tied for the second most in the game this season, and just 35% shooting for the Cardinals.
Again, you know, John Shire and his staff, they had a game plan, and up to the players to execute it, and it was flawless.
First appearance for Darren Harris of the afternoon, or early evening on the farm, primetime on the East Coast. Caden Boozer, desperation shot, why not? Duke by 30. Benny Geeler tries to get inside. The drop off, A.J. Rahosi fouled at the rim.